Sarah Sofia.
And I am Nur Era Nabihah, and today we will be conducting an interview with our beloved Miss Zikin about studying in UK versus Malaysia. So, let's begin. So, Assalamualaikum and good morning, Miss.
Waalaikumsalam. Welcome to my room.
Alright, so before this, I did some research, your background research from the FBK website.
Okay.
So, and then I discovered that before this, you then applied linguistics in Warwick University.
Yes, that's correct.
Then, so my first question to you is, tell me about yourself and a bit of your educational background.
Okay, so as you know that my name, should I tell my name? Okay, my full name is Siti Mama Omar, and I have been teaching since 2012, if I'm not mistaken. And after 2012, I went for my PhD in the year 2015. Then I came back to UNISA in 2019 with PhD. Right, so before my PhD, I got my degree from University Selangor with a bachelor degree in TESOL. Okay, and after that, I continued my masters right after my degree with masters in English as a second language at University Malaya, and after that, I continued my PhD in 2019. In 2015. Yeah, in 2015 in University of Warwick. Okay.
That's very interesting journey going from that.
Okay.
And then, what method do you use to enter Warwick University? And how is the admission system different compared to Malaysia?
Okay, alright. So, I cannot really say for the admission system in Malaysia because I never tried for UPU. So usually those who try UPU are the one who studied degree, right, in Malaysia. Like just like you did, right?
Yes.
So I never gone through that because I went for University Selangor, which is a private university. Okay, so we don't have any UPU there. For UCAS, or I'm not sure whether I pronounce it right or not, but because I go on the program as a lecturer, okay, as an academic program in Malaysia, so they will ask us to search for the supervisor first, okay, for PhD, and after you got the supervisor, and make sure that your university is top, if I'm not mistaken, top 100 in the UK, right? After you got the place and you got the supervisor, then you can continue with the application on the website, and then the rest the university will handle this. So it's quite easy. It's just that we need to apply, make sure all the
The requirement.
yeah, the requirements that they need, like your IELTS, okay, make sure that your health phone dah screen semua, tapi yang penting IELTS. Yeah, and it also according to the university and also your course. Okay, so for me, applied linguistics, because we do English, then it's a bit high. I think it's about 7 at least, if I'm not mistaken, for the whole sections. Again, the overall band should be 7. But for other universities, if let's say you do science, who did not use as much language as we do, then maybe it's lesser, like 6. So it's according to your programs. Okay. So about the differences, I cannot really tell because usually for UP is for the degree program.
It's for a degree, and for the foundation basically after SPM program.
Yeah, after the SPM. So do you remember how did you apply? So it's just similar, right? You choose the university. But because I do my PhD, then I choose my supervisor first. Okay. Yeah, but if let's say you wanted to do it in the UK, then you won't apply for the university, and also it depends on the scholarship that you got. Okay, if let's say the scholarship require you to go for the university top 10 based on their companies or based on the scholarship mention, where they need to apply within that university. So University of Warwick, there are a lot of Malaysians who were sponsored by Bank Negara, by Khazanah. Yeah, so they for the bachelor program. So because they know that, especially for economics, PNB or PNB, so they know that courses such as economics are good in University of Warwick.
What do you think? What are some of the key differences that you have observed in the learning environment between UK and Malaysia?
Okay. So maybe I can compare my experience between my master's and also my PhD. My master's in UM and my PhD in the UK, right? The key differences, maybe in terms of the relationship. Okay, so they, like in the Western people, they don't call me by name. I mean, not call me by name, sorry, didn't call me by title. Like for instance, you can just call me Zikin.
Oh,
Hi Zikin. Yeah. Hi Zikin, how are you? Like when you see Dr. Nasri, hi Nasri, good morning. Yeah, so that's a bit. It's a bit difficult for me to adapt as a Malaysian, as a Muslim, because we were used to we're told to
have manners,
have manners, especially to your teachers, and suddenly we can just call her by name or him by name. Yeah, doesn't matter how old that person is.
Not even title, not even like prof, doctor.
Only in informal occasion, like in a speech they wanna introduce you, professor blah blah blah, and that's it. But when meeting in person, you can call him or her by name. Your lecturers lah. Kalau VC, I don't know lah. VC maybe kena pakai prof lah. Okay, so that's a bit difficult for me to adapt. So my supervisor asked me to call her by name, and she also perkenalkan diri by name. I mean, I did call her by name in front of her, but in writing I would call her Dr. Stephanie. Okay, so that's the first difference. The second one, so they will treat you like, because there are no barrier. Okay, there's not no barrier, but less barrier in terms of your relationship. Then they will treat you like a colleague. Because PhD students, they are all adults, right? I don't know about degree students, but because PhD students, they are all adults, and master students as well, so they will treat you like a colleague instead of a student. Okay, but different in Malaysia, definitely we were treated like a student, and we were, yeah, that is first one. Okay, the second one, not much different, I would say, in terms of supervision with the lecturers. Because University Malaya is also the top university, right? So, and Warwick also top, so they are quite part with each other. That means they provide, and I mean in terms of the experience that I got, I couldn't say that UM ni lemah ni because for me UM pun sangat bagus, okay, sebab all the facilities, like in terms of library, all very top, kan, sangat bagus. And kalau kita minta apa-apa pun, especially like contoh material ni tak ada dekat university, contoh dekat UM atau Warwick, then they will help us to loan the material. Okay, and then what else in terms of library, semua best, semua facilities bagus lah UM and UK. Apa lagi? In terms of the support that the students need, maybe like for instance the students need more exposure on the conference on how to do research. There are a lot of that in UM and both in Warwick. Okay, but one thing I realized when I came to Warwick, maybe at that time mungkin Malaysia a bit behind in terms of mental health awareness. Okay, but the UK, they were, already being aware of that before we became aware of that issue, right? Okay, so they really, really, really stress on your mental health. Okay, so if let's say you say that you have a depression, then they're really, really going to take care of you like this. They will require you to see a doctor and make sure that they don't give you, unnecessary stress. Yeah. But other than that, yeah, I love both UM and Warwick. Yeah.
That's quite interesting with the way you address lecturers in Warwick.
Okay.
So, is there anyone like giving you weird looks if you
call? Oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's very good question. I think maybe the Westerners are also adapted to Asian students who call by title. So they didn't give any weird look, but they are more comfortable if you call them by name. Okay, like Donald, Johannes, siapa lagi? Joe is a professor. So you just call her Joe, and then who else? Okay, but in daily life, like for instance, even if you meet an uncle or an auntie, then you can also call them by name. But if you call them by uncle, like Uncle Joe or Auntie Joe, then they will feel offended. Yeah, because maybe they feel they know that they are old, but and then you are stressing more.
emphasizing?
Yeah, emphasizing more. You were telling me that I know I'm old already, right? Yeah, so you can just call them by name. Your jiran ke. So kalau orang biasa tu mungkin dia rasa offended lah, tapi kalau in universities, I think they understood that the Asian culture is different from the Westerners. But macam orang Melayu kata, you datang kampung orang, then you adapt with the culture. So you just adapt it. There's nothing wrong. It's not berdosa or what, right?
It's just that we're being stressed to be polite, have manners.
Yeah, we are like so shy. Tapi kalau kat sana, mungkin lah kalau you tanya orang yang buat degree, mungkin orang ada banyak pengalaman, right? In terms of the classes, in terms of how the classes were arranged, in terms of how Asian students act in the class. Maybe they were a bit shy in comparison to the Westerners. But I encourage you to go outside so that you can see and you can mix with not only Malaysians, but not only the UK people, the English people, but everyone in the world. People around the world, Kazakhstan, Uzbekistan, India, Pakistan, Nigeria, Spain, all over the world, like Australia, and then you be, you widen your horizon.
So now that we talk about the difference, how Westerners behave and how our culture make us act in a certain way. So, what cultural factors do you think that influence education in the UK and Malaysia?
What cultural factors influence education? Cultural factors influence education in both UK. Can you explain to me what do you?
Maybe for instance, like in our culture, we really focus on the barrier to be respectful towards lecturer and student. But compared to Westerners, they like more freedom.
Right. Yeah, there's a pros and cons in terms of the culture, right? So if you in the Western because I said just now they don't stress on the adab, right? Okay. So one of the things is students are not afraid of the lecturers. I mean, not afraid. I mean, like they don't feel shy to approach the lecturers. Okay, they can talk. Hi, Joe. What do you think of my assignment? Blah blah blah. Instead of in Malaysia, maybe you are a bit shy, right? Okay, so that's the first one, and then they can become more active in the classes as well. Not to say all Malaysians are shy, but maybe majority of them, kita dengar dulu and then baru kita cakap, right? Okay, kita bagi bila cikgu tanya baru kita jawab, right? But in the UK, I don't know in classes, in the degree classes, but in PhD and masters, then in PhD, if we have contoh program, kan, program with the lecturers giving lecture, and if you feel like the lecture is not interesting or is not related to your research, then you can just walk out from the room. And that is okay.
Like the lecturer is teaching.
His teaching is fine.
Someone left. That's it.
Yeah, it's okay. And and the door is just near to the entrance, or the entrance is near to the whiteboard where the lecturer is teaching. So he sees the students going out, but it's okay. He can't say, okay, no, you are being rude. No. Yeah.
I cannot imagine that kind of situation happen in Malaysia. That would be viral.
Yeah, right. Kalau Malaysia kita kalau ngantuk dengar je kan, ataupun teacher buat ni kan. But they know if you don't like it, then you can leave the room. Okay.
Do you notice any contrasting approach to student-lecturer relationship or interaction between UK and Malaysia? So, example macam, do you think macam our education here more macam spoon feed the students compared to UK? You need to be independent.
Okay, yes, definitely. In the UK, you were introduced with the articles already. Okay, since degree. Okay, so that's why. But during your degree, have you been exposed to research article? Not yet, right?
Not yet, but I did have experience before in diploma.
Okay, now they were introducing it, right? Okay, but during my time, they did not introduce us to research article, which is a bit boring, right? Yang semua black and white, panjang, kan? Okay, and ayat pun bombastic. Tapi dekat UK memang dia dah kan, they're already exposed to the students on the research article, so that, and then I realized, okay, so that's why they better critical thinkers. Masters and PhD, and that's why they can easily understood. One of the reasons because it's their language, and number two, because they were exposed to that earlier than us. Okay, so I can feel that. I can see that that's a bit different actually, because if you were to read research article, you actually need to be critical, and the lecturers will ask you critical questions, and then if you continue to masters, then it will be easier for you, and for PhD it will be easier than students who were not exposed earlier with research articles. That's the first one, I think. About the spoon fed, not sure. Mungkin boleh tanya my friends my younger friends who did degree. Tapi itulah, diorang all the top students, mungkin diorang pun kena ni persaingan tinggi kan. So maybe they need to be independent as well. Spoon fed in Malaysia, yang boleh lah juga spoon fed kan, semua everything is ready, but they did give us notes as well. Yeah. It's just that there are a lot of questions and discussions. So, tapi tu PhD, I don't know about degree. Tapi kalau kita tengok dalam movie tu, macam tu lah, sama je. Dia punya lecture hall besar kan, lecturers kat depan. So, yeah. I actually didn't really know about. So I'm sorry I couldn't answer that.
Oh, it's okay. I don't know, I think it's just my guess that students studying in UK, they're more independent, macam dari segi belajar tu, lecturer tu macam pandai-pandai sendiri lah. Compared to us, macam we're being guided one by one.
mungkin juga. Mungkin juga, tapi kat Malaysia pun ada juga independent, right? It's not all, not to say all universities are spoon-feeding all the students, but even in unis, do you feel that you were spoon-fed?
I think it's a nice balance
Yeah.
between being guided and then being independent.
Yeah.
It's just nice, the balance.
Yeah, we didn't give you everything, right? Yeah, I think it's the same with the UK as well. Yeah, so yeah, because I remember. Okay. But for master students, they also give opportunity for the PhD students to teach the masters. So I got the opportunity to teach the master students, and yeah, we did give notes. It's just that I don't think I gave my notes to them. I mean, I disseminate. I mean, I show my slides and everything, but I don't think I gave my notes to them. For my lecture, I think maybe she gave to her students, but maybe during my time I didn't. My lecture only like for 1 or 2 sessions. No, they didn't give all because everyone wants to teach as well. Because we got money, pocket money, so that's why we cannot take all. It was a good experience. Yeah. And there are, you feel me as a Asian, Malaysian, I feel macam takut aja. Tapi sebenarnya they are the same. They are pelajar. Macam tu. So kita contoh I teach degree, and then let's say I'm PhD, and then I go there. Okay. The level maybe a bit higher than the former students that I taught, but they are still at the degree level. How do I say, their thinking is still at the degree level, so I don't have to be anxious. maybe a little bit because of their accent, kan? Tapi okay lah, sama je, nature Allah buatkan semua. Dia ada peringkat, degree macam ni, pemikiran dia macam ni. Bila you go masters, that's why assignment ni pun bila you go masters dia lagi complex, because that's your thinking can handle that complexity. But if we give you masters from a student to degree students, then your thinking is not that that's not reach that level yet. Dia kena setara dengan tahap pemikiran. Okay. Okay, Sarah, what is your question?
What about one thing that you miss about Malaysia while studying in UK?
What do you think?
Miss food.
Oh yeah, a lot of people will say miss their foods, right? And also their families and friends. Okay, so interestingly and surprisingly, I didn't miss any food.
Wow.
I mean, I don't miss a lot. Like, I'm okay to live without the Malaysian food. Ada, tak ada okay. Macam tu, tak craving semua kan. Okay, so tapi one thing that I miss is definitely about being around the family. Okay, because in the UK I was alone. Okay, and kalau you undergrad, you ada ramai kawan, right? Yeah. But if you are PhD, some of them are married, okay, and some of them did not marry yet, but because we are all busy, okay, we are all busy with PhD, and that's why we feel quite lonely at times, and sometimes when we need help, okay, in terms of moving house, for instance, or maybe about your bicycle rosak ke apa-apa je lah kan, and then you feel like, oh, kalau dulu abang I boleh tolong kan. Kalau dulu ni boleh minta tolong, so now you need to kind of be independent and know how to do it, okay, on your own. So I really miss that, but the pros is then I become more independent, right? Okay, because because you need to rely on yourself first before you ask for others, right? Okay. Sebab kalau nak minta tolong mesti kita rasa segan, right? And then so you try to do on your own first. If let's say you cannot do it, then you can minta, especially the Malaysian families. Kita kan ada orang ramai PhD, ramai undergrads yang datang, so kita ada kampung satu, so orang Melayu Malaysian community. Okay, they are all great people. So kalau ada apa-apa boleh minta tolong, tapi there's a limit, right? Kita tak sama dengan adik-beradik kan, dia minta tolong ni, tak tolong ni kan, so dia tak sama. So benda yang betul-betul need to minta tolong, like moving house. Okay, like I moved house 3 times in 4 years, so like every year, right? Almost every year. So I cannot do that on my own. I definitely need help from my friends, and then apa lagi? Apa yang I miss?
Maybe the weather.
Oh, definitely.
Because you said it before, the weather in UK is gloomy.
Yeah, oh my god, culture shock tau. Mula-mula datang tu, ke UK, why so dark? Why is not pretty? And because it was winter at that time, okay, so that's why it was not pretty. Okay, so definitely I miss the weather. I always tell my friend I like hot weather, and it was difficult for me to adapt to the cool weather. Okay, selalu je kena pakai berapa lapis, at least 6 lapis. Okay, kena pakai satu, lepas tu berat. Okay. Okay, but then as the time goes by, then I adapted to the weather, and then I can wear like 2 layers or 3 layers. Okay, tapi by that time dah adapt, kena balik Malaysia. Okay, so yeah, I definitely miss the weather, but not so much, because we only during when it's cold, when it's really cold, because banyak benda lah kita bersyukur dekat Malaysia bila weather macam tu kan. Benda yang simple, I tell you, benda yang simple like ambil wuduk, right? So ambil wuduk is very cold, okay, and then you imagine you nak bangun dari katil tu, you rasa malas, you nak buka selimut, you rasa tak nak kan, but you need to, because I need to take wuduk, right? I need to pray, and then dapat pula rumah yang macam ni, yang pipe dia tak sambung macam ni, ni cool, ni hot, like separate pipes. Dia bukan boleh adjust satu. Dapat pula macam tu, takkan nak ambil yang panas tu terlalu panas, sejuk terlalu sejuk, so tak nak you ambil yang sejuk lah, right? Memang sejuk gila. And then I didn't switch on the heater because it was expensive. That's why we are all Malaysians. Mungkin bila terpaksa je diorang buat, ataupun orang yang tak kisah nak bayar gas, dan dia bagi gas, akan buka heater, but I didn't open it, especially bila kita tidur kan, kita dah tak sedar sejuk ke apa kan. Kita pakai je lah baju tebal. So definitely the weather, but not too much, especially when it comes to spring and summer, because everything is so beautiful in the UK. I macam jealous, kenapa Malaysia tak secantik ni? Kenapa kampung Malaysia tak secantik ni? Itu je lah mungkin kebersamaan with your families, and also number 2, the weather. Sometimes the weather. The rest, okay, the Islamic channel. I always listen to Hikam FM in radio. Okay, when I drive, so there are lots of macam-macam knowledge kan kat sana. Boleh lah on YouTube, semua ada je Islamic scholars kan. Cumanya dia tak dapat because I used to every day kan. I used to, not every day lah, every working day lah. So bila kat sana I rasa macam tak ni lah, maksudnya kita kena cari sendiri lah bila dengar buat kerja kan. Cuma I suka je being minority, like being kita boleh tengok masyarakat Islam kat sana different, macam-macam lah. You tengok ada semayang macam ni macam tu. Ada yang semayang nampak kaki lah, ada je macam-macam lah. Tapi kita interesting kan, interesting lah to see Muslims all over the world, almost all over the world, berbuka puasa dengan Muslim all over the world.
That's really so nice.
Yeah, it's so nice. It's really so nice. I really like. That's why I said I kind of okay being the minority. When I say the minority, the Muslim ones. Kalau kita kat sini, kita majority, right? And then everyone is the same, Malay semua. Tapi kat sana kita dapat see the different cultures. But they are all Muslims, different foods, and they are all the global best. Tapi kat Malaysia pun best. Kita pun kena bersyukur kan, duduk di negara Islam. Semua senang. Kalau kat sana nak solat susah, okay, tak ada. Bila mana ada surau tepi-tepi jalan. Okay, number 10. Any advice?
Yeah, advice for students who aspire to study in UK.
Wow, okay. Alright, I think you can plan by now, but maybe it's too early. But if you want, okay, but I advise you to go not only in the UK but any other country that you feel that you will benefit from, because at least you need to go out from your comfort zone to see the world, okay, and you can do your early preparation. It's just that maybe macam, and if you reach band 7 or 8, maybe 8 lah, okay? Kalau you aspire to go and further your study outside, then you can do your early preparation. What are the requirements needed? Okay, I need to get this CGPA. Okay, kalau you dah CGPA dia tak boleh dapat dalam satu semester je, right? Okay, then you need to work hard from now and then make sure that your CGPA is achieved based on the requirement of the university of your chosen one, okay, and then your fees, okay, your financial. Make sure you also know where to fork out all the scholarships. What are the scholarships available? Okay, dah cari dah mana, okay, and then what else? IELTS, maybe bila you dah band 6, band 8, then you can try to see what are the band requirements for that, and then you can start taking it. But remember, the IELTS got the expiration date, right? Okay. I think for how many years is it? 5 years?
2 years.
Oh, 2 years only. Okay, so jangan ambil awal-awal, tapi ambil practice dulu. But most of all, just go out, have fun, have a good intention to learn, and remember that when you go outside, especially to non-Muslim countries, you are the ambassador of Islam. So orang akan judge Islam based on you, kan? Nanti dia tengok you je buat salah, and then dia akan stereotype all the Muslims are like this and etc. So you really need to be careful, and because of that you can be, inshallah, okay, you will be more careful of your behavior in terms of how you speak, because you know if you buat salah, contoh kalau kita tak jaga kebersihan, kan, lepas kita keluar toilet kita ambil wuduk, right, and then all the lantai are wet, and then the next person going to go into the toilet, and then if you didn't lap the toilet, nanti apa dia akan cakap? Oh, apa dia orang tak suka lantai basah, right? Okay, so dia akan cakap apa lah orang Muslim ni. So you dah tahu macam tu, you pun kenalah jaga behavior. Kita lap, okay, kita lap toilet tu sampai kering, sebab kita takut nanti dia stereotype orang Muslim kotor lah, teruk lah macam tu. So yeah, whenever you go, make sure that you have your faith with you. Always really remember your intention, why you want to go out, and jaga diri, jaga batas. Tu je lah.
That's all.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for interviewing me.